doing? Where's Sissy? Hi, little girl. Good morning. We're up and running. Let's get it. Another day. Hi, Missy. Emerson. Hi. What are you doing? Emerson. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? There it is. Breakfast of Champions. So there is a white van literally across the street. Get a little suspicious when I see a car like parked directly across the street, especially in the middle of the day. Welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. We are a little over 2 weeks away from Christmas. Wow, I can't believe that the end of the year is almost here. Literally. I mean, I feel like I just blinked and it's the end of the year. One of the things that I just can't seem to shake off is the fact that when I'm working from my home office, I struggle with eating right. Honestly, the only food available near my home is fast food. It's extremely hard to get creative, honestly. I mean, I can only eat so much fast food, honestly, before I get completely bored. I've been trying to figure out how to diversify it, how to switch it up a little bit, try maybe something different, or, you know, maybe plan for that beforehand, because let's just face it, eating fast food gets old really quick. Well, there's lunch. As I talked about, I unfortunately am struggling with changing eating habits again. I just did a diet program about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and I ended up losing 15 pounds on it. So I was pretty good with that, pretty diligent. But now I'm back on the fast food thing again. And it's nothing new because I failed at this multiple times before, but it's really hard, as I mentioned, especially around my house. There's really no other place to eat unless you go 5 miles or so out. So with that being said, fast food is the most accessible. And even though, you know, we keep the refrigerator stocked, usually there's food here, I try to switch it up, so fast food is usually like the most accessible thing. And I'm still trying to figure out how to break out of that. I mean, so I'm not consuming so much fast food. Dilemmas. I want to talk about dilemmas. I want to talk about unforeseen chain of events. As a YouTuber, as a creator, as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, there have been many times where I've wondered, is this worth it? Does this have any dividends appended to it? Is this worth doing? Creating these videos, sharing some value with people, or sharing any content, and whether or not that has any merit, and how does that translate into paying the bills? Well, let's just take that a few steps at a time. There's been many times, especially over the last 2.5 years since starting my business, which this is technically my third business venture, where I've wondered, is this even worth it? As things have progressed, as my business has evolved, I have noticed a trend. The one trend that I have noticed here is the more vulnerability there is, the more exposed and transparent I am with the rest of the world, the internet, the videos that I'm shooting for you guys, and telling people about my life and the things that I'm going through, the more and more people resonate with that. I have people who are inquiring about similar situations that they encounter. When you face certain dilemmas, in the past, I used to get panicked about certain things and wonder, oh, well, how am I going to rectify this situation? How am I gonna get out of this mess? The one thing that I have learned is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And after you go through so much adversity, and I mean, this year alone has been literally full of adversity, between my car getting repossessed, my old house almost being foreclosed on several times, to moving into this new house that we're in right now, to my daughter being born 6 months ago, to all kinds of different things. And you know what? In the grand scheme of things, you just keep pushing forward no matter what. You just keep doing your best. Optimism is probably one of the key factors here. Optimism and being proactive, being solution oriented in every single situation. Because let's face it, when challenges occur, let's face it, we're all human beings, so we all have things that happen in our lives. When challenges occur, you have two options. One, you either give in into the projected outcome of that situation, or you shift into a solution-oriented mode and try to figure out how to resolve that situation to where you have a different outcome in that situation, an outcome that is favorable to you. So a positive outcome, ultimately. And I didn't used to think that way. I used to get panicked when things would happen, whether it was financial troubles, or, it was something with family, or something with my business, or anything else that would get thrown in the mix. And so the advice that I'm going to share with you guys is be optimistic, first and foremost. Don't take yourself too seriously, because life is too serious as it is. Don't take yourself too seriously, because I guarantee you that 99% of the time, the situations that you think may not be able to be rectified can in fact be rectified and resolved only if you shift towards an optimistic approach and be more solution oriented. That's probably the big advice that I want to share with you guys, because let's face it, right now I'm actually going through several dilemmas and unforeseen circumstances, and I gotta tell you, had this been a few years ago, I'd probably be in a complete panic mode right about now and wondering, how in the hell am I going to resolve this? They say that depression and anxiety, is very common in entrepreneurship specifically. I don't think quite that I've experienced anything like that, but there's times where I feel like, do I have anxiety? Do I have depression? Am I seeing this from a negative perspective? So again, don't take yourself too seriously. Be optimistic, be proactive, and just know that things can change literally in the spin of a dime. Things can change in the blink of an eye. Things can change in an hour. Things can change in a day. I have a much more optimistic outlook on every situation, and I guarantee you that the outcome that you're striving for is indeed the one that you're going to be able to achieve if you pursue a more optimistic and a more solution-oriented approach. Second time back in the car today. Since I'm working from my home office today, I'm not on site with a client, and heading out to take care of some errands real quick before the end of the day, before I need to go and pick up my kids from daycare. It's extremely gloomy outside, We're in the mid-30s here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm actually in Wentzville, Missouri, which is about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, more accurately, west down the Highway 70 corridor as you're heading into Kansas City, Missouri. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty excited about winter, simply because it reminds me of my childhood. We've had some snow, some snow accumulation that we've had. I think it was 6 inches of snow about a month ago, I think, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. And so I would definitely like to see some snow, especially around Christmas. My son was just absolutely ecstatic about the fact that we built a snowman the last time it snowed. And I'm hoping that we can do that again, especially, before Christmas or around Christmas time. That would be great. Actually, we are traveling to go out of town and see my wife's family over Christmas break. So this will be the weekend of December 21st, which is actually just right around the corner. And I'm hoping that, you know, we get some snow out there. We're traveling to the central Illinois area, about 2.5 hours outside of Chicago. So I'm pretty excited about that. To see family, spend time with our family. That's one of the things that she really enjoys. But I'm hoping that we get some snow while we're out there, so that I can spend some time with my son and hopefully build another snowman before this year's end. What are you doing? Where's Sissy? Hi, girl. Hi. What are you doing? Hudson, give Sissy her toy. Hi, princess. Hi.